Return to Jurassic Park, the best and sadly final DLC for Jurassic World Evolution 1. May it rest in peace. But what about the sequel, The Lost World? Could we see a similar expansion for this movie? I think yes. I present to you the Jurassic World Evolution 2 Lost World expansion. Now let us return back to this lost world. Some new species that we could see with this expansion could be Proconceptnathus, Othnielia, Moosaurus, and Hypsilophodon. All of these species did not appear in the movie Jurassic Park: The Lost World, but instead in the Lost World novel. But Hypsilophodon and Elthelia could offer us more variety for our smaller dinosaurs and could come with some really colorful patterns that I know we all love. Moosaurus is very unique, as it is a sort of primitive sauropod that is much smaller than any sauropod we have in the game currently. It could offer us more variety on our sauropods with some unique animations and add a dinosaur to our small list of Triassic species. Proconceptnathus is also a Triassic species that we could see. Even though it was replaced by Compies in the movie, it could still be added in. If Frontier needed to add some variety from it and the Compies, they could easily just give it feathers to make it more unique. Now for some skins. Some skins that we could see could be the 1997 Pteranodon. But Cybo, we already have the 1997 Pteranodon in JWA2. Didn't you see the skin in game? Wrong! We have the Pteranodon from Jurassic Park 3, not the Lost World. Frontier just added the wrong model to the skin, as the one in the Lost World had a light blue crest on its head, while the one in JP3 was orange. Adding on to that, we do not have the 1997 Momentosaurus skin in game either. Even though it appeared only for a few seconds in the movie, never to be seen again, I feel like it should still appear in game. We could also see a Carnotaurus skin, as the Carnotaurus that we saw in the novel is very different from the one we saw in Fallen Kingdom. In the book, it was able to camouflage, which could be awesome to see, as the only dinosaur that can camouflage right now is the Indominus. This could also just be a modification for the Carno, and maybe it could be used for other dinosaurs as well. Another non-novel skin we could see could be the Parasaurolophus variant, which could come with some colorful reskins, and I think speak for all of us when I say that we love colorful skins. Troodons did appear in the book, but it looked nothing like this. This variant would come from the Jurassic Park the game. The model of this Troodon is very different from the one in game. With its bright eyes, it would be amazing to see in game, especially at night, hunting and stalking its prey. The Stegosaurus we saw in the novel could also be a variant, as its backplates were much higher and darker than the ones in game. The Pachyskins could also be cool to see, as brighter colors are always amazing to see on skin, especially the Pachycephalosaurus, as it really doesn't have that much of colorful skins. Another variant we could see is a Dryosaurus variant, as the model is smaller and different than the one we have currently. Now, even though this is a Lost World expansion, we are still missing many things from the Return to Jurassic Park DLC from the first game. Many of the legacy skins were cut from JW2, so this expansion would bring back every single legacy skin from the first game, that totaling to around 40 skins. Many people and I are wondering why they were cut from the sequel in the first place, so this would be a great way to bring back the beloved skins. And honestly, the Jurassic Park Stegosaurus is way better than the one we have in game, and I would love to be able to use it. New attractions that we could see in this could be the return of the original aviary from JWE1. The original was much taller and had walkways. The ones in game can only be made wider and not taller. The walkways could also allow us to see our flying reptiles closer and would be awesome to see in first-person mode. The high height could also be added as a viewing tower, and maybe we could have some unique animations of our sauropods for our guests, as well as some first-person animations. The river ride from JP3 could also be added to add a much needed water-based attraction to our game, similar to the Safari Tour, but instead it would be in water. The new mechanic that we could see for this DLC could be gene splicing, as Dr. Wu was known to be experimenting with dinosaur genes in between the Lost World and JP3. By changing the DNA of our dinosaurs, we could work to make our dinosaurs more accurate to their real-life counterparts. For example, we could turn our lovely tiger-striped velociraptor into a smaller but more accurately feathered raptor. This would obviously be only available for our most famous species, such as T-Rex and Spinosaurus. Some new decorations that could come with this Could be overgrown fences and some broken down structures, like the one seen in the worker village in the Lost World. We could also see broken down vehicles and test tubes as shown in the embryonic slab in JP3, and some camp equipment from the campsite in the Lost World. We could also see an overgrown building set, similar to the one seen in the worker village and embryonic slab, with vines and plants growing on and around the buildings to give us that abandoned park feeling that I know many people love to build. The expansion would also come with 3 maps: Isla Sorna in 1997, Isla Sorna in 2001, and Isla Nublar 2001. The 2 extra large maps would give us more room for us to build our dream parks, and many people have been asking for bigger maps, myself included. Finally, the campaign would revolve around us returning to both Isla Sorna and Nublar to create new species and create more pure and accurate dinosaurs. The first half would take place in Isla Sorna, and the second one would take place on Isla Nublar. But that's my idea for a Lost World expansion. What do you guys think? Make sure to leave your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. But what about the missing Camp Cretaceous content? You can check out this video right here to see what we could see in another Camp Cretaceous DLC. I will see you guys next time.